Good evening to everyone. This is our third day event for awareness programs on CUET examinations. We are conducting Universal Intellectual Trust. This is trust under the non-profitable trust supporting research and education trust. We have to conduct many events like webinars, international conference and national conference, some other workshops, as well as we also have published some book chapters and books. So we also published some e-contents, nearly more than 100 e-contents in our. I request Dr. K. Rajkumar introduced our today's chief guest. Please, sir.
So, I am very happy to invite Bipin P. Varghese sir, Dr. Bipin P. Varghese sir, who is Deputy Registrar and who is in charge of the CUET program in the Central University of Hyderabad, which is also called as a HCU, which is a career institution in the overall India. And now I would like to invite BP Varghese sir more than 10 years education institution in the so many national level institutions. That is a thing. So education background based on the scientific BSc zoology and the B.Ed in the education, health and education, and LLB in the academic, and the master degree in the applied psychology, and MA sociology and MA philosophy. He got a research field in the psychology, and he got a PhD in that same field. So now his background is a working experience from the 2000 to 2000 till date. So he got a good experience in the various institution from not only in the India and also in the Nepal. He also hold as a senior manager and now he is a deputy registrar in the Central University of Hyderabad. So and also he is a additional in charge person for this UET. So in addition to that, he is having a more number of administrative skill positions which he carried out, and he is also a zonal officer for the UGC online student deliverance. So now I would like to invite Dr. PV Odisha for his today's talk. Sir, please take over this.
Thank you, Rajkumar, and thank you, Ganesh. Very good evening to all student aspirants. This is Dr. Bipin Varghese, Deputy Registrar from University of Hyderabad, as Rajkumar has introduced. As you all may know, University of Hyderabad is one of the leading central universities in the country, and is one of the institutions of eminence in the country, one of the 10 public institutions that were awarded with the status of institution of eminence. Now, I will straight go into the topic of discussion today, that is CUET, Central Universities Admission Test. Um, PG examination that the NTA will be conducting shortly. So, just to give a background of this, University of Hyderabad so far was conducting our own entrance examination in around 38 plus centers throughout the country. And for our 130, close to 130 plus programs ranging from integrated PG and PhD program, MPhil and PhD programs. Anyway, the MPhil is discontinued now as per the National Education Policy New 2020. So this year onwards, we also will be boarding along with other central universities to the CUET UG and the CUET PG program, which is conducted by examination, which is conducted by NTA. So, just to give a brief understanding about the courses that are offered in University of Hyderabad, we conduct around 16 plus 1, 17 UG programs. In fact, they are not UG programs, they are the integrated PG programs. Around 56 PG programs and around 50 plus PhD programs. Earlier, we were also offering MPhil programs, which are discontinued now as per the proposal that was given in the National Education Policy 2020. Now, here, as our topic of discussion today is CUET UG and CUET PG, so I will just stick to that. So here, out of the 17 UG, that is the integrated PG programs that are offered by University of Hyderabad, 16 of our UG programs, that is the integrated PG programs, we will be admitting through CUET UG. And out of around 56 PG programs which we are having, 42 PG programs admission we will be conducting through CUET PG. Now, we are also having other PG programs like MTech, MBA, MCA, which will be taking the admissions through the respective bodies. Like MTA, we will be taking through MCA, sorry, MTech will be taking through CCMT, MBA through CAT, MCA through NIMSET, and there is one more PG program, that's MSc Biotechnology through GATB. Now, coming back to CUET PG, 42 programs of University of Hyderabad, we have bordered the CUET PG. So here you can see these. If you go through the CUET PG brochure, you can see that most of these programs are mapped to a question paper code. So here, any candidate aspiring to join University of Hyderabad for a specific program, I will request you to please log on to our website, acad.uohyd.ac.in, acad.uohyd.ac.in, where we have given all the details of our integrated PG and PG programs and how we will be taking through the taking the admissions and to which all question papers they are mapped to. For example, suppose the MEd program of University of Hyderabad, we have mapped to PGQP04. So here, now here, all the initial application happens in the NTA portal, that is the CUET PG and CUET UG portal. And once the examination is over, the CUET will prepare the merit list, or they will give us either the raw grades or the percentile score, based on which the candidates aspiring to join University of Hyderabad will have to apply to University of Hyderabad, and based on the applications we will be preparing our own merit list, and accordingly candidates will be admitted here. Now, so I have been asked to just give an outline of the new courses. So for that, I will request the candidates aspiring to join University of Hyderabad to please see our prospectus, which will be shortly uploaded in the website. As I mentioned it earlier, acad.uohyd.ac.in. So here, please note it down, acad.uohyd.ac.in. Now here, regarding the benefits of students, the infrastructure, etc., we have state-of-the-art library facility, student amenities, hostels, and all student facilities. So here, this is a microcosm of this country, and students from across the country are here in Hyderabad, in the University of Hyderabad. So we have from the extreme north, from Kashmir, to the extreme south, Kanyakumari, to the extreme west, Gujarat, to the extreme east, Arunachal Pradesh, or even, and we also have students from the foreign countries, the SAARC countries, and the other foreign countries, etc. We are having students here. So for them, the mode of admission is different, the foreign students. Anyway, the CUET, UG, and PG are only for the Indian students. So here I will stick to that only. Now, so student selection procedure, if I have to comment on, say, unlike many universities, University of Hyderabad strictly depend on the entrance examination results. So earlier we were conducting our own entrance examination, I have already mentioned earlier. Now we will be admitting students solely based on the CUET entrance examinations performance. No other, there is no other mode of entry into University of Hyderabad. The only mode of entry is the entrance examination that will be shortly conducted. Now here, about the fee. So here for that also I will request you to please go through the website where we have given detailed list of the fee for each of the programs that we are offering. Now here, see, it varies from program to program. As I already mentioned, we conduct around 130 plus programs. Now here, the fee structure is slightly different. So here, but anyway, the fee structure in University of Hyderabad, if you compare, it is less than average of the fee that is taken by most universities in the country. So just to quote an example, the PG MA average MA program, the fee is close to around 3 to 4,000 per semester, and the average MSc program it is close to 8,000, and PhD program it is close to 9,000. That's all. So the fee is very less. You can just go through that, but slightly it varies from program to program, which you can check in our website. Now, regarding the outcome of competitive examinations, as I've already mentioned, we have students from across the country, and every state have some representation here, and even the least populated state also have some representation here in the University of Hyderabad. So if you prepare a pie chart of the distribution of students from across the country, you can, and you color each state, you give a different color to each state, then you can find all the colors in that pie chart. Now most of our students, they aspire to join civil services, and many of them come back here as PhD students, and and we have seen a very good success rate, and we have very good number of our alumni who are working in various very high posts, in as bureaucrats, as professors, as policymakers, as corporate leaders, etc. We have, and there are many who have recently got into. I can at least count not less than 10 to 15 who have got into civil services in the last 1 or 2 years. Now, opportunities in placements. If I have to comment on, we have a full-fledged placement cell in the University of Hyderabad, which functions under the Office of Dean Student Welfare, and the placement cell constantly works on identifying new areas of placing our students, and we have a lot of tie-up with many leading multinational companies, and many of our students gets placed. And many come back here for PhD or go to many institutions for higher studies abroad and do PhD, etc. They do, and even many of our academic units that run professional courses like management, computer science, etc. They also have a parallel placement committee, which license with the employers in coordination with our placement cell. So placement, you don't have to worry. There will be a lot of opportunities that you will come across, and our placement cell takes care of that. Then the previous year's course, I'm asked to comment on previous year's course. That is something which probably we won't be able to discuss now, because see here, as I mentioned earlier, till previous year we were conducting our own entrance examination nationwide. But this year onwards, CUET PG will be conducting for all the central universities. So I think these two things cannot be compared. The patterns will be slightly different. So I think we will have to wait and see. These are the things. Now here I am also asked whether there is a quota for opportunity, like quota-wise opportunities. So here, as I've already mentioned earlier, University of Hyderabad admits students solely based on the entrance examination performance, and there is no other criteria. Yes, if you ask for quota, there is we follow the rules of reservation of the Government of India in toto. So as per the rules of reservation of Government of India, all the educational institutions under the central government have to reserve 20% of its seats for OBCs, 15% for SC, 7.5% for STs, and 10% for EWS, which we strictly follow. And in University of Hyderabad, over and above this, we also give a additional 5% reservation that is a supernumerary reservation actually for the wards of defense personnel, and a 5% supernumerary reservation for the differently abled candidates. So here this doesn't fall under the approved intake. So this is over and above the approved intake. If there are students with physical challenges like the differently abled candidates, we will be giving 5% reservation over and above our approved intake. Similarly, for wards of defense personnel, the wards of Army, Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard, those who falls under the Ministry of Defense. So we give them 5% reservation over and above the normal reservation that we follow. Now, online education possibility. So here, as you know, all the institutions, we are trying to come out of that online education now. So we are actually, the last 2 years, we all were conducting the classes and the mode of delivery of the study materials, etc. online. Now we have come back to the offline mode. But again, yeah, if you ask for online, University of Hyderabad also have a Center for Distance and Virtual Learning, which conducts online courses and distance education programs. But actually, not all the generic MA/MSc programs are not there. We have only diploma programs there now. And again, if you ask me about the local state candidate status, though the University of Hyderabad is situated in the state of Telangana, we do not have any reservation or any local quota or any seats reserved for local candidates. We fully follow the rules of reservation of the Government of India. So there is no local reservation or any management quota or any other quota other than what I have already mentioned. Okay, so just to reiterate, 27% for OBC, 15% for SC, 7.5% for ST, and 10% for EWS. This is as defined by the Government of India. And again, for OBC, if anybody aspiring to join University of Hyderabad, you will have to ensure that you keep with you a OBC certificate and EWS certificate if you fall into the EWS category in the Government of India format. So here, many candidates, this we keep seeing, many candidates, they get confused with the state BC certificate and the OBC certificate in the Government of India format. That, I'm just clarifying, all the state BCs will not fall under the central government's list of OBCs. So here, only those who are listed under the central OBC list will be eligible for an OBC reservation here. So any candidate, OBC candidate aspiring, please check that you have a OBC certificate in Government of India format, and if you don't have, please make it. So you can apply for a specific OBC certificate in Government of India format, which most authorities give. Okay, so this is all about University of Hyderabad. And now again, for the CUET UG, if anybody requires a clarity, we have already placed the selection criteria in the university website, as I mentioned earlier, acad.uihyd.ac.in, where we have clearly defined how our merit list for the CUET UG will be prepared. So here, like we have mentioned the domain subject and the language subjects which you have to clear, and what will be, and for most subjects, for most programs, the language papers are qualifying and the subject papers are based on which we prepare the merit list. So please check that in our website, because I won't be able to tell all that in 10 or 15 minutes, because we have various programs, so everything may take, like each program may take 1 to 2 minutes to discuss. So I will request you to kindly check our website for this. And for the CUET PG also, we have clearly mentioned our eligibility criteria. Any candidate applying to University of Hyderabad, please go through the eligibility criteria defined there in our website, and also the CUET PG paper to which we have mapped. For example, as I said, MA Hindi, it is mapped to PGQP 06. Similarly, MA Philosophy, it is PGQP 07. MA Financial Economics, it is PGQP 44. Similarly, I'm just randomly saying, our Master of Public Health, it is PGQP 35. MSc Statistics, it is PGQP 29. Similarly, we have mentioned the question paper mapping of CUET PG to each of our papers which is placed there in our website. So candidates, please ensure that when you are applying for the CUET PG and aspiring to join University of Hyderabad, you choose the right question paper which we have mapped, because we will be preparing our merit list based on that. So by making it clear. So, I hope I have just covered most points that I was asked to take through. Over to Rajkumar and Ganesh Garu. You can ask me if there is something to ask.
Double degree program. So, any possible to have double degree in Hyderabad? Is it possible to clear CUET for these two courses? Please clarify it. And
Regarding double degree, so you're right that UGC has issued a notification regarding this. Now, say the universities are um, yet to come out with an action plan on that. Not only University of Hyderabad, I believe most universities in the country, they are yet to come out with an action plan on that. Okay, and I think if not this year, I think it will happen very soon. Okay, now here we are also yet to place that in our appropriate bodies which takes decision in that regard, and I think this will happen very soon. Having taken a decision at the national level.
yeah,
Second question was that if for a program you are having more number of applications,
yeah,
will you
yeah,
increase the seat? Am I correct?
yes, sir, yes,
Yeah. So here, not only University of Hyderabad, most central universities, they, as I mentioned earlier, we follow the rules of reservation of the government of India, which is binding on us and which is as per the constitution, and there is no deviation on that. There is no deviation on that. Okay, and then now what happens is here, once we notify the number of seats for a program, that is actually approved in the academic decision making bodies. Like ours, it is academic council. For some universities, it will be syndicate, senate, etc. Okay, now here, so here, say in our university, if we have to take a call, we cannot just arbitrarily decide based on the number of applications. So it doesn't happen. Okay, so once the number of seats are defined for that year, it will remain so. So if at all there is a change required, that will happen only in the next academic year. In that current academic year, no change happens, even if the number of applications increase.
Okay. So, any job-oriented special PG program is available in Central University of Hyderabad? So, any job?
So many, most of our programs are like that, other than the generic one. See,
Okay.
like see here, our MBA programs, they get 100% placement. MCA programs, then MSc Biotechnology program, MTech we have in computer science, artificial intelligence, information technology, information security, bioinformatics, materials engineering, nanoscience and technology, manufacturing science and engineering, integrated circuits technology, microelectronics VLSI design, modeling and simulation, which we have in 5 streams: computational chemistry, computational material sciences, computational physics, computational biology, computational science. Similarly, on the other side, which we will be conducting through CUET, our programs, most of our MSc programs, you can just go through. MA programs, all are job oriented only, and we have optometry program, which is a purely professional course. We are having MSc in neural and cognitive science. We have MSc in health psychology. So these all are actually professional courses.
Okay.
And I will not say the other courses are not professional. They are also professionals here. May not be like as people speak about, but actually
Okay.
most of our students from even the generic disciplines, they get well placed in various companies abroad. They come back as professors. They go for studies abroad, etc., etc. So if you ask me that question, I will say all our courses are in a way or other job oriented.
Okay. Okay. I understand.
Foreign students, they come into University of Hyderabad to ICCR.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
They come through ICCR, so we don't conduct entrance examination for them. They come with the ICCR fellowship.
Okay. And then another one, that is my last question. Some of colleges affiliated with Central University of Hyderabad, right? So,
See, Central University of Hyderabad does not have any affiliated colleges.
oh,
This is a
okay,
unitary university
okay, okay,
as per the acts and statutes, as it was formed, it's a unitary university. We do not have any affiliated colleges.
okay,
Okay, we have our schools and departments. We have around 12 schools of study and 45 academic units, 45 departments and centers offering various courses in an array of disciplines. Okay, and if you ask me about the affiliated colleges, yeah, not affiliated colleges we do not have, but we have some external centers for PhD. For our PhD program, we have some external centers. They register with us and they conduct. They are all are the premier institutions of the country like ISRO, the Department of Atomic Energy, etc. They and some of their institutes they register can the IDRBT, CRO Institute, etc. There are many institutes like L V Prasad Eye Institute. So they affiliate with us. They we consider them as our external centers, and we offer PhD programs to them, not PG programs.
okay, what? Sorry, one more question.
Hope I made it
Uh,
clear.
yeah, one more question. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Any fellowship for our PG or UG students at Central University of Hyderabad for
Sorry,
for
your
merit
voice is
students
not
or
clear, Ganeshji.
some fellowship for UG students, UG and PG students. Did, did you get it?
Sorry, can
Fellowship for UG and PG student.
yes, yes, definitely. See here, all our MTech programs, like our MTech students, they get the AICT fellowship, and all our PhD students, they either get an external fellowship like UGC, CSIR, RGNF, etc., etc. There are a number of fellowships, and for those who do not get a external fellowship, University of Hyderabad gives a non-net fellowship to them. PhD I'm talking about, and the UG students they are they are they also many of them gets fellowship from external bodies. For some of them, based on merit, we give our university's fellowship, which is called BBL fellowship, and over and above this, during the pandemic, we have also given to the to the marginalized students, we have given the digital access grant for them to buy mobile phones or laptops, etc., to attend the online classes, etc. So these type of facilities are given by the university for deserving students, and similarly, most SC, ST students and the other reserved category students from various states who join here, they also avail different fellowship from their respective states. I can say about the Telangana state, the Telangana Social Welfare Scholarship Department. They also gives a lot of fellowship to our students from the state of Telangana. Similarly, other states also give, which our students avail, and we facilitate that.
Integrated PhD
Yes,
courses.
we do have integrated PhD courses in life sciences, biotechnology, etc. We have quite a few integrated. Is there? It's also listed in the list of courses that we have put in our website. You can just go through that. As on date, we are having two integrated PhD programs, MSc PhD programs, which are offered by the School of Life Sciences. Yeah.
So they should clear CUET examination, right?
Yes, yes, of course they have to, because they will be joining as a PG student, right?
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your information. Dr. Rajkumar, Dr. Rajkumar.
Ah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir,
Yeah,
Yes,
please,
please.
please.
thank you for your kind information for our UIT, our national work, national program. Okay, so that's a very kind information for upcoming students. those who applied and those who are going to apply for the CUET. So, in addition to that, if any other enquiries, I will interact with you through the WhatsApp or some other email. Just kindly reply to me for the
Sure,
students' purpose. Okay.
sure, sure, sure,
Okay.
sure. Thank you for
This opportunity to express my heartfelt gratitude to our guest